and welcome to our new products highlight for the month of September. I am Jenni Spinner, Chief Editor of Snack Food and Wholesale Bakery, and I'm here with
Liz Parker, Senior Editor.
Yay. Every month we like to talk about the new products that have come out over the past month. It could be something that's notable, on trend, something that's weird, that is completely game. But just in general, we pick about 10, 12, however many products that we think are worth talking about it. And we're going to talk about them right now, starting with Liz.
So our first product is Banza protein waffles. You might be familiar with Banza. They're known for their chickpea pasta. They also made some really good chickpea pizza a while ago too that I tried, but now they are branching out into waffles, and they are protein waffles. So it's interesting to see how they're expanding their line.
Yeah, I am, how many years are we into the explosion of gluten-free bakery products? And when I mention another product, Brazzi Bites, the people best known for the Brazilian cheese bread in the freezer aisle, branched out into breakfast waffles, and also high protein, also gluten-free. I posted that on my personal socials, and I have gluten sensitive and celiac friends who are like, oh, finally, maybe this will be the one waffle in this space that I actually like. So when Brazzi Bites, who's they've got a good track record of providing delicious, not dairy free, I almost said dairy free because they're super cheesy, the Brazzi Bites cheese breads, the waffles, which I actually went through pretty quickly. Those were pretty good too. But Banza, best known for their pastas, it's interesting seeing them branch out into another area, offering a gluten-free, also high protein product that people can just pop into their toaster and have a breakfast without worrying about getting celiac symptoms. So yay, gluten-free. Speaking of free from products, what, a pumpkin spice product?
Shocking.
So I'm one of those basic women that is everything pumpkin spice, but pumpkin spice lattes, pumpkin spice cookies all over the place. Partake, a brand that I'm a big fan of, launched pumpkin spice that enables people who are dealing with allergies and sensitivities to celebrate the fall season's hottest flavor along with the rest of us. So I have not tried these yet, but generally among the free from cookies, there's a couple of players that I respond to, and Partake is one of those companies that I've enjoyed their products.
Yeah, I think they sent me some of their stuff a while back. It was very good. The free from aspect is great as well. Moving on to another snack, if you want to feel fancy when you're having your Pringles, Pringles is doing a partnership with the Caviar Company, and they're kind of bundling a few of their flavors with a few of the Caviar Company's flavors. So you can have your cake and eat it too, but in this case, it's Pringles and caviar together.
It's so fun. This is going off a TikTok trend that I managed to miss, but apparently people pairing high-end eats with more mainstream edibles, including Pringles and caviar. I no offense to the good people at Kellogg that own the brand, but I am not going to be diving into this because I am not a caviar fan. Sorry, I do not have very high-end tastes, and caviar definitely does not fall into my wheelhouse. But it's kind of interesting seeing people talk about this on Facebook, that I didn't share this on my social, but yet friends are talking about it. So people talking about it, that's one thing, or people buying it. I hope they do.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see. I don't think I've ever had caviar. I'm not a seafood person, so I don't know if I'd like to try that or not, but it could be interesting.
Yeah, I again, not to use the word basic twice in one conversation, but I love sushi, but not raw fish sushi, the things that feature shrimp tempura or sweet potato maki and sashimi. That's not really sashimi. Oh, unagi, the cooked eel. Caviar is just, there's something about the taste and texture that is not my thing. But that leaves more Pringles and caviar for you good people out there in the world to eat. So you're welcome, I guess. My next thing is, we seem to bring up Oreo a lot because they're innovating to the degree where they take up a good portion of the cookie aisle with all these tempting flavors and flavor variations. And for good reason. I shared a page with the people at Mondelez International of just Oreo tattoos. Oreo has the kind of brand cash that other companies are just envious of. So when they do something new, it's of interest. However, this is not something new. Oreo has come back out with a red velvet Oreo, red velvet cookie instead of the chocolate wafer, and cream cheesy-ish filling instead of the traditional vanilla creme. So it mirrors the flavor of a red velvet cake. So it's backed by popular demand, and that's always fun to see.
I feel like Oreo pumps out like 2 new flavors a month. During the early, here's an Oreo story for you. During the early part of the pandemic, they came out with a tiramisu flavor, and I was like, that sounds great. I want to try that. And I put in my curbside pickup only to have it come back, we're out of this flavor. And I was so bummed. And a friend was like, oh, I just got some. And my doorbell rings one day, and this is the time when you're supposed to be social distancing, right? And I open it, and my friend's car is leaving, and there's a little baggie with 3 Oreo cookies, which was super nice of her.
That is fun.
But moving on to more savory flavors, Southern Recipe Small Batch has released a new pork rind flavor, hot honey, and I think this will do really well. Hot honey is really hot, I guess you can say, right now, both literally and figuratively, and people really are liking spicy snacks right now.
Yeah, hot honey is a flavor we've seen in a couple of places. Utz's brand partnership with Mike's Hot Honey, which is the one brand that's known for the flavor in the product. I recently had the pleasure of visiting Rudolph Foods plant in Dallas and spoke with Mark Livingston, who's behind the Southern Recipe Small Batch line, and they are having a lot of fun with flavors. There's cranberry flavor. That's, I mean, it's got a little bit of a holiday flavor because I associate at least cranberry with the fall and winter holidays. But it makes sense because if you're like me, pork chops come with applesauce, turkey comes with cranberries. So the combination of porky, savory flavor with the sweetness of honey, it's a pretty good combo. Interesting to see how other consumers besides me feel. So one of these I was a little bit old for the phenomenon of Uncrustables. I did not get why you would just remove the crust, because I'm a crusty girl. I love the crust and peanut butter. I love a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I love the crust. I didn't think people would go for, a little circle of sandwichy goodness. And then I tried them. I'm like, oh, these are great. You thaw them for a minute and they're ready to eat. But again, that's the kind of thing, if you've got a peanut allergy household, or if you have a kid that's dealing with peanut allergies, that's a delectable treasure that's not available to you. So the people at Sun Butter have come out with jammies, sunflower butter in the same configuration, squarish instead of round. So it makes use of more of the bread, but you have your choice of grape or strawberry. And I get the appeal of these now. It's a nice convenient treat to pull out, and you don't have to be a kid. It's a great lunchbox treat, but you can pull it out when you are, say, too busy putting snack food and wholesale bakery articles together to make yourself lunch. So pulling one out of the freezer, boom, lunch.
Great. Always great to have a convenient thing. And I have a lot of friends who have peanut allergies. So for someone like that, that's definitely a great alternative, fast lunch alternative. Speaking of nostalgia, our next product is Little Spoon Veggie Loops. And nostalgia, and also I've heard the term nostalgia, thrown around as well. It's trending. So this is trying to appeal to millennials or millennials who are parents. So they're kind of harkening back to nostalgic things like that in order to get people to try this product.
Yeah, the again, I'm a little older than a millennial. I think I'm a smack dab in the middle Gen X. I have to look that up. If I were in marketing, I'd probably know the dates off the top of my head, but they're collaborating with iconic 90s stars to launch this. So millennial and millennial parents will see this and buy this for their kids. That makes sense. I don't know if it's, so I'm being a kid of the 80s, I love the Care Bears. And I was excited when I heard, oh, they got like new Care Bears coming out. They messed up their faces and it was wrong. They're supposed to look like all 80s and cheesy and have tiny little beady eyes, borderline creepy, but they came out with ones that are like big, bold, and kind of like manga style. Yeah, that just seems nostalgia. It's how about nostalgia?
Right. Similarly, I used to watch the show Rugrats as a kid. I don't know if you've heard of that show.
Yeah.
They came out with a new version of it, and it's just like horrific. No shame
Oh,
on Rugrats. I love the original, but the new one is just like the animation is off. I don't know. I tried an episode and I was like, this is not what I remember.
yeah. Let's talk no more of the weird Rugrats or Care Bears. Let us instead talk about Lenny and Larry's Cookified Big Bar. So one of the things that I really enjoyed when I was walking around trying new stuff at Sweets and Snacks back in May was Lenny and Larry's Cookified Bar, which I'm a big fan of the bars that are, offer nutrition, whether fiber, protein, low sugar, awesomeness. Lenny and Larry's makes a bunch of stuff that is has a decent nutrition profile in terms of protein and fiber, but also indulgence. Talk about the balance of indulgence and healthfulness. And the cookie-fied bar is a lot like what that sounds. It tastes like a gourmet cookie. And those are great for like breakfast or if you just want a snack. But sometimes you're like, oh, I'm super hungry. A bigger bar might be the thing for you. So them embiggening their cookie-fied bar is an interesting thing because I'm a fan of the product. And why wouldn't I want more of it?
I see Lenny and Larry's everywhere. I think I was in a hotel once in like Florida and they had it in the gift shop and I was like, oh yeah, I've seen that. I've seen them before. So should be interesting to see what they do with that. Our next product is something pretty unique. It is an Eggo taco. You heard that right. So Moe's Southwest Grill, which is a taco Mexican chain. We don't actually have it here. We used to in Metro Detroit.
Yeah, there's a couple in Chicago here.
I saw a few, yeah, last time I was there. So they're doing a partnership with Eggo and they're offering a fried Eggo taco. So in the taco, there's adobo chicken, bacon, cheese, chipotle ranch, all on top of a fried waffle. And I'm like, that actually sounds really good. Like I would try that if we had one here.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not going to sue Mo Southwest, but I thought it was a genius when in college I took a heat and eat sausage and a toaster waffle and made a taco out of it. Obviously that's just a pigs in a blanket, but the lazy version of it. But the brand partnership between a quick serve chain and the well-known toaster waffle brand, it's interesting. The sweet and the savory combo is something I'm a fan of, and people are getting more into that as we go along. The last thing, Liz and I are both a big fan. Well, I'm speaking for Liz, so sorry. But we both selected Outstanding Foods Stuffin' Snacks. It's an outer crunchy shell with a dairy-free cheese center in a number of flavors. And if you have a dairy-free person in your household who is from Wisconsin, like I do, having it go dairy-free is kind of like it's bad because cheese is literally in their blood and their heritage. So when you find a snack that has cheese-like taste and texture and it seems to execute it really well, that's good news. And I thought, I'm not dairy free, but it's always good to find dairy free stuff. So the household we're happier snackers that way. I think these are really executed really well to get editorial about it.
They are. On the consumer side, they sent me a few to try, and they've got fun names. Like one of them is like Pizza Partay.
Okay.
Partay. And I tried it and I actually thought it was really good. Like I eat a lot of dairy and should not be eating a lot of dairy.
Yeah.
Not getting into anything else, but it was really good. They had like an oregano flavor and it really tasted like a pizza. I was surprised. I was thinking it would taste kind of like a combo, like a hard shell, but it's more of like a soft, chewy. But it was still very good. It's dairy
Yeah.
free. I think it's gluten free, so that's awesome.
Yeah, I brought this snack up to other people and they said, oh, like a combo. So yeah, it's definitely, it evokes that, but it's a little bit different. The texture is different. So I would, if the description intrigues you, I definitely recommend trying that. Well, it's interesting that we have so many products on here that are in the free from space in one way or another, dairy free, gluten free. So yeah, that seems like if we had to just sum up, it seems like dairy free, gluten free from things are on the rise. So it's a fun
Yep.
trend to watch.
I think it's here to stay, which is a good thing, probably.
It is. It is. I think that is about all the time we have. Yeah, it is.
Yep.
It's Friday and we have work to do, and we really are appreciative of all the nice notes and letters that we're getting about these. They're fun to do, even on days when I'm a little bit loopy. But yeah, that's about it. If you see any products out there in the world, or if your company has an interesting new product, please feel free to email me, spinnerj@bnpmedia.com. Until next time.
Yep. See you next time.
See ya. Bye.